this week, I actually had a bunch of friends come visit, and we got to visit with 3 of our dearest friends from Texas. And so I did that, and I kind of played for a while. While I did that, Chris did some maintenance and some more projects on the boat. We just got home tonight, and as we speak, he is being towed back because our dinghy, somehow he thought ran out of fuel. Wasn't fuel, and he can't figure out what's wrong with it. Oh, that's the radio. So now he's getting towed back by our buddy boat, which we're extremely grateful for. Unending maintenance. We have no idea what's wrong, and that's just what's going on. And yes, I asked him. The choke is it, so it's not the choke, but we'll find out what it is when it gets back.
Heading back to the dinghy dock. Carter was there with filling water jugs. And I get halfway back, engine dies. Sputters dies. And I hit something to rep something up. Checking everything out of fuel. I don't remember leaving. I didn't check it when I just got in to come back because we've been gone for a day or so. And I think when we left the dinghy overnight at the dinghy dock, I think somebody may have siphoned the fuel because it was bone dry. So I don't know, but
I was left there for an hour.
Couldn't get it. Our buddy boat, Craig, who's saved us once before, came and got me fuel, and we couldn't get it started, so fine, just tow me back. And then we're halfway back, and he goes, "Hey, the hose isn't on backwards, right? You didn't put the hose on backwards." I said, "I never took the hose off." And I went to looking at it. Sure enough, the hose is backwards. So I don't know if for some reason it worked backwards for all that time, or if somebody did siphon gas and they put the hose on backwards, or I don't know. But second time since we've been friends with Craig that he's said, "Hey, have you tried this?" And boom, instantly solved a problem. So he's my hero again. Thank you, Craig.
But what does your shirt say?
But did we sink? I did row for a little bit.
We are a family of 5 from Texas who sold everything to live full-time on our 1987 Marine Trader Tradewinds 47. We have 3 boys, Carter, Chase, and Caleb. We also have 2 cats aboard, Cheddar and Tiger. For 2 years, we have enjoyed cruising, exploring, beautiful sunsets, loads of family fun, and brotherly bonding. We also enjoy exploring the water, snorkeling, and diving. In the Florida Keys, the Bahamas, and who knows where to next. We want to say a special thank you to all of our patrons.
Before you take off the back of the boat, we're going to make sure you're sitting in the harness correctly to make sure that doesn't happen to you, as long as you don't wiggle around too much. Other than the harnesses, we also put you in life jackets because you will be over the water.
I am so proud of us. We did all the tours today. I did homeschool today, which I'm not very successful at. Sometimes it's like 4 days a week is like my goal. But we do life learning, right? And then today we did laundry, groceries, water, and fuel. So I'm just feeling so pumped. While I was doing a water run, I let my kids put away everything in the fridge. So I'm going to see how they did. Very nice. They did a great job. We've got our milks and creamers, fruits, vegetables. Got a whole drawer full of our veggies. They did a great job putting everything away. All of our carrots. Kind of stuffed some eggs in there and mushrooms, but that's okay. They did a great job. How'd the freezer look? Got our meats and our fruits. Nicely packed. How's the water coming? Just sitting there? You like those new water jugs? Why?
Because I can just do this when it's No, but when it's full, I can just sit on it.
What's down there?
A door that Dad unscrewed. He was supposed to sand it, but I don't think he ever got to it. Actually, he did sand it.
He sanded it a little while we were out of town. Chase is still doing water. But it's this door right here. We're going to sand all these doors finally and make them all pretty.
I'm making us some taco seasoning because we are having tacos tonight. This is a recipe we saw online or somewhere, but I've memorized it and I know exactly what I'm doing. I really don't need to see it half the time. I could stare at the camera for half the time.
Okay, what ingredients do you have though?
Chili powder, salt, cumin, garlic, onion powder, paprika, oregano, and red cayenne pepper.
And do you like making our taco seasoning?
Yes, because then every time I make it, I add a little bit of a tweak, making it so just to see the different flavor. I've learned no extra red pepper or paprika. They don't like it.
And I'm using my brown turkey from Misfit Market. Which how do we get that?
We get it via our friend's house. We just we have the mailing to their house so it doesn't go bad sitting at somewhere else, like at the marina. So we need to clean this box sometime.
And we use garlic powder on everything. Traffic. Good morning and welcome to
Talking from our app.
Welcome this week. So first things first, I want to say a special thank you to, is it Arville Ash Jr.?
Mm-hmm.
They sent us a brand new tripod that we are using right now. We were using this. It is a paper towel holder with a old selfie stick from like 2004 zip tied. And that's what we were using as our selfie stick, or as our tripod. So thank you for a nice new wonderful tripod. This week our question came from YouTube and it was a really cool question. It's kind of a two-part. So the first part was, in our intro video, there's a family photo of us on Tropics of Cancer Beach in the South Exumas, and there was a woman standing behind us.
Is it Tropics of Cancer or is it our Founders?
No, it's Tropics of Cancer Beach.
Oh.
That family photo.
I
And
was thinking of a different photo then.
no. And this woman behind us looked angry, kind of annoyed, I guess. And the question was like, do we know her?
So I was thinking of a different part. Do you remember the couple we met on that beach that I had taken snooping?
Yeah.
It's not them, is it?
No,
Okay.
it's a different one. So the funny part is that beach was completely...
There was like 4 people in like a 3.5 mile stretch, right?
Yeah.
Besides us?
There was no one there.
Yeah.
And this woman, we do not know her. She was not angry with us. You know,
I don't even
sometimes...
think we interacted with her. Right?
No. In fact, I really didn't even notice it until someone pointed it out. So, she's making a debut every Friday, I guess.
Maybe we should take a still of that, or that picture, and put it up on Instagram. No, put it up on Instagram and have people caption that photo.
Oh, there you go. I was going to say we should look for her. See who she is. But no, there was no one on that beach, and we had one other person take our photo, and she just happened to be in the background. And I just liked that family photo, so I used it. But the second part of that question was, and it was not really a specific question, it just said beer, liquor, wine.
Question mark.
So we could interpret this many ways.
Yep.
What do you want to go with? How do you want to go with this?
Yes. We like all of those.
Yes.
It's kind of depends on, of course, the mood and where in the world you are. Because we have a lot more availability here in the Keys.
Like, what do we like? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, just in general.
Yeah.
But in the Bahamas is when we really started to enjoy beer, because you're out in the heat all day and water gets tired after a little while. but liquor is too strong. Like rum
Sweet.
or whiskey, it's just too
Their
much.
rum
and
is too sweet.
You get dehydrated so quick. Versus you can drink their just normal, either light beer or normal beers there, their Kalik or their Sands, and it works. You can just kind of nurse it all day long.
Here in the Florida Keys, I really like going on the ocean side. There's a place called the Florida Keys Brewing Company.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I have hair. It's bothering me. And I like going there because there's a really cool beer garden that we can go and hang out with other friends, and our kids can go and play, and there's like music, and there's hula hoops to play with, and there's a taco truck.
There you go. That's what I was waiting for.
So that's kind of one of our hangout spots here in the Florida Keys.
Yeah. It's interesting though, in the Bahamas, rum, it feels like it is cheaper than water there.
It is cheap.
Because they make it locally, so the taxes and duties on it are pretty minimal when you buy the local brands.
Mm-hmm.
And then water has 100% duty on it there. Which is why the LaCroix that we mentioned in the past videos are so expensive.
Mm-hmm.
They take that, $4 or $5 box of LaCroix, and they put 100% duty on it immediately right off the bat, so you end up with a $10 bottle or $10 box of LaCroix. And then they got to put their, I think there's some sort of a sales tax or markup,
VAT
something, yeah.
as well.
And yeah, the VAT, which is like their sales tax, which is what, 12 or 14%. And then on top of that, then they got to put their markup. So you end up with this, $15, $16, $18 box of LaCroix. And the person selling it isn't really making any more on it than they do here. It's all the government stuff.
Yeah.
Versus you can get a bottle of, what was the brand there? There was Old Nassau, and then there was another one. Ricardo's.
The rum?
Yeah, Ricardo's.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Those are both locally made in the Bahamas, and it was a 750 milliliter bottle, like your standard, just not a huge gigantic bottle, but a pretty normal sized bottle of rum. It was what, $14, $16?
And sometimes at the faraway liquor store over by the marina, the north end of the island, it was $8 for a bottle. And then when we bought a bunch of them, it was buy two, got one free. So it was super cheap. Obviously, just like everywhere else in the United States right now, in the Florida Keys, the liquor's expensive. Everything's expensive to buy.
I would say mainland Florida versus the Keys, what are you, another 50% higher or 25% higher?
It varies, I guess. But it's definitely higher.
But then when you get to the out islands in the Bahamas, where you've got like Staniel Key and Staniel K, however you want to say it, and some of the other islands, that bottle of alcohol that's $40 here is more than double there.
Yeah.
And so that's some of the, especially the imported stuff, your imported whiskeys and...
If you can find it.
Yeah, if you can find it.
That's always the first key.
But rum in the Caribbean is cheaper, is the probably cheapest spirit if you're looking for one of those. But your vodka and your whiskeys and gins and all that's going to be way more expensive because it's all imported. Beers in the Bahamas are about, if you buy them in a case, $2 a can.
So you're buying a case of 24 for like $50.
Yeah, I think it's $48 or $49.
Yeah.
And then if you're going to go to a bar and buy a beer singly, you expect to pay $5.
$5.
That was when we went, which has been a year and a half ago or whatever.
Not that long.
It's been a year now since we've.
A year.
Yeah, it's been a year. But so that's just kind of some insight. He's still doing good.
Our cat loves to kind of wander around behind the camera and poke it, so if it wiggles a little, it's his fault.
It would be curious to see, like in the comments, if you've cruised through the rest of the Caribbean, what the price of a beer is.
Yeah.
Whether it's a price, like if I buy a case, what's the breakdown for a can? Or if I'm at the bar just getting a beer, what is it?
Yeah,
one of the books that we've read is the Thornless Guide to Passages South or something.
The Gentleman's
Guide to Passages South. And he talks about you got to think about your pricing all throughout the Caribbean and what is the cost of a beer. Mm-hmm. And so
that's how he kind of rates the economy. For cruisers.
So it's interesting because Bahamas is one of the more expensive. And then you get to the Dominican, and he's like, here's like $1 or $2.
$1 or $2
like it's very inexpensive there. So I'd be curious to see what the other islands, if you have info on that, that'd be neat to see. Because our experience is limited to the mainland of the United States, Florida Keys, and then the Bahamas. But,
and if you are here visiting the Florida Keys and would enjoy a beer, let us know. We would love to meet you at the Florida Keys Brewing Company.
That's right. Or tacos.
Or tacos.
That's all I got. You got anything else?
No, that's it. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, share this with your friends, tell them who we are, and have a great week.
If you have any other questions you'd like to see us address from our aft, shoot us a message on one of our social medias, leave a comment, we'll try and look through it. We're always looking for interesting topics, so make it something that we want to talk about. If you're asking me something that I've already covered in the video, there's a good chance I'm not going to talk about it. So, thanks guys, and remember,
Enjoy the journey.